Hello everyone. So in this video, we'll go ahead and talk about cancellations and how they work and how you can go ahead and set them up and view all your reports on cancellations and all those sorts of things. Okay, so I have a few bookings here right under upcoming bookings, and I have two examples for you. One of them is a one-time booking and one of them is a reoccurring booking. So if you have a one-time booking, you can click on the trash can here to cancel it out. And then you could see that we have all these reasons set up for admin to pick from, and when a customer is canceling, they'll also be able to pick those reasons if you allow them to. Okay, and you could set that up in various ways, and I'll show you what we would recommend you doing, but of course if you don't want to do it that way, you could set it up in a different way. Okay, so we have these reasons. Later you could run reports based on these reasons to see why people are canceling, and you could optimize your service that way, and you could put in your own reasons and all those sorts of things. So these are by default what you'll get when you sign up. And here, if there's a cancellation email that is sent out when you cancel the booking, so you could go ahead and exclude that if you don't want it being sent to the customer or the provider. And if you click cancel, that's how you would cancel the booking. If it's a reoccurring service, you have two options. You could go ahead and postpone the service. So if you click on postpone the service, and the customer can do that on their end too if you allow them to. And let's say the customer's going on vacation for 2 months, or they're moving to a different state. Let's say they live somewhere half of the year and they are going there. They might want to postpone their service, so then they could go ahead and pick when they would like to return the service. So if we click on October, they'll get all the dates for that booking, and they could click one and they could go ahead and save it, and all of the bookings will be canceled out all the way until that date, and that will be their next service. Now, if you want to cancel the service, you'll have two choices. You could either cancel this appointment only or cancel appointments. In order to cancel all of the appointments, you will have to go to the most upcoming one, the one that is going to happen next. If you go to the second one, you will only have an option to cancel that specific one. Excuse me. And you could set up reasons for this one too if you'd like. So if you're canceling one appointment, you could go ahead and in a reoccurring service, you could set up reasons here as well. And this one would cancel out that one appointment. Okay. But if you want to cancel the whole service, you'll have to go to the most upcoming one. Okay, so now you could also go inside the booking itself and cancel it from there. So if you go to the next step, you'll have a cancel button here, which will allow you to do the same things as you can from there. So there's various ways you could cancel it. You could cancel it from here. You could cancel it from the upcoming sections today. From job history, if the appointment has not been charged yet, you could cancel it out. You could go under the customer itself and cancel it from there. So if you go under the customer, you'll be able to cancel that appointment, or if you go under the provider, you could cancel it from there as well. Okay, so that's basically how you would cancel it. There are a couple things you should also understand. If you cancel one out and let's say if you cancel the third one out and come back to the first one and reschedule the service, that third one might pop back in. So make sure you pay attention to that, because it might reset. And usually you'll get a warning when that happens. So that's just something to pay attention to. That is how the scheduler works. But that's basically how the cancellations work. And again, if you cancel it out on if the customer is canceling on their own, they would again see those options as well if you give them those options. Okay, so now to set up your cancellations, you would go ahead and go under General and Store Options. Okay, and here you get to charge your cancellation fees. So if you want to charge a cancellation fee, which we did not talk about yet, you could go ahead and set that up here. So do you charge a cancellation fee? Yes or no? How much? When will customer be charged a cancellation fee? So here you could set up the rules. So if they cancel after 5 p.m. the day before the job, if they cancel 2 hours before the job, whichever one you want, and then exclude same day bookings. So if someone is canceling, let's say someone made an appointment today for later in the day, and now you have this check mark and they come back 2 minutes later and they cancel, it won't charge them the cancellation fee even if one of these rules is set. Okay, so you could go ahead and exclude that. So if it's someone booking the same day for the same day, you could exclude same day bookings for being charged a cancellation fee. Okay, so this is where you would set that up. Also, you could modify this by service category. So if you set this to $50, you could go ahead and go under industries, and for every service category that you place into the system, you'll have an option to either disable it or charge a different price. So here you can go ahead and find the cancellation fee, and you can either go ahead and disable it, which then for this service there will never be a cancellation fee. And this is usually good for like recleans or something where you've already made a mistake once, you don't really want to charge a customer again. You could go ahead and disable it for such a service, or you could go ahead and charge it less or change the price, and you could go ahead and set that up for service category. Okay, so now when we go back to the store options, there's other features that you can go ahead and set up. So now, should there be a cancellation reason? So here you could set up your reasons. If you put no, there will be no reasons. If you put yes, you could go ahead and manage all of your reasons and put them in, reorder them however you'd like, and then this is how it would look like. So you go ahead and title the reason. When will this reason show up for one-time appointments or reoccurring or both? And then here applicable on cancel all reoccurring appointments, cancel single appointments. So if you go ahead and set this up, if someone is canceling a one-time appointment in a reoccurring schedule, those reasons will show up as well. Or it only shows up when they're canceling the whole appointment. So you could set that up. And now exclude cancellation fees. This one, if this reason is selected, and they are about to get they are about to be charged a cancellation fee, they will not be charged a cancellation fee if they select this reason and you have this check marked. Okay, and same thing with a exclude cancellation after first appointment fee, and I'll tell you what that is in just a second. So if you have this selected, and someone, if you have this selected and someone uses this reason, then it would not charge them that fee as well, and you could go ahead and set that up any way you'd like. So I'll actually go ahead and put a link to what excluded cancellation after first appointment is. So there's going to be a more detailed description of what that is, so you could go ahead and take a look at it, but I'll show you real quick as well right now. So if you go under the industries and you're setting up your frequencies, underneath there will be an option, and it's only for reoccurring services, so one time will not have it. But if you go under a reoccurring service, you will have that option to charge one-time price if canceled after the first appointment. So as you can see here, you have a frequency discount, and if you give a discount for a frequency, that means, and this will only show up if you put applicable on all bookings. So if you use this option, that means a discount will be given based on this frequency that is selected. So if you're charging full price as a one-time frequency and then you go to daily or any other frequency and you offer a discount, that discount will be offered on all services including the first one. And if someone cancels after the first appointment, because some people might take advantage of that discount just so they could book and then cancel after the first appointment, then you could go ahead and put this option that if they do cancel it after the first appointment, then it would charge them the full price. So it would charge the difference between the one time and that discounted price, and it will charge them an extra, whatever the difference was, okay? And if you use this option, then that option will disappear because it's already excluding the first booking to having that discount, okay? So that's how that works, and when you're setting up your reasons, you could go ahead and do that. And again, this is based on each frequency, and you could go ahead and set it up that way. And then again, when you go to manage your reasons, you could go ahead and set it up so that you could exclude that when someone selects a specific reason. Okay, and that's how those reasons work. Now, can admin or customer cancel without selecting one reason? So if you have no, then they will always at least have to have one reason selected, otherwise they won't be able to cancel. Now, should there be a comment box? So if you put a comment box, then there's going to be a comment box as well, and you could go ahead and put it, if that comment box should show up with one-time appointments, reoccurring, or both, and then can someone cancel without leaving a comment? Okay, and I'll go ahead and save this so you can see how that looks like. Okay, so just give it a moment. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and go to the booking. I'll quickly show you how that looks like. So now when we're trying to cancel, there's also a reason, a comment box. So now they could enter something else. So even if they put other, they could go ahead and put something here, and this will be mandatory. Or if they put financial reason, and they would still have to make sure that that reason is filled out. Okay. And before we go on over there, I also would like to show you that you could also exclude cancellations from being charged. And how you would do that is you would go ahead and go here, and if you're making a booking, you could click on this, and then if this is selected, then even if someone falls into the cancellation rule or inside your cancellation policy where they would be charged a cancellation fee, if this is selected, they will not be charged a cancellation fee. And when you're canceling for whatever reason, you will be notified right here that a cancellation is being charged, or a cancellation after first appointment fee is being charged, and you could exclude them from right here. Okay, so if either one of those occur, you could go ahead and exclude them on your end, or if you select one of those reasons and those check boxes are marked, then it won't charge them the cancellation fee. Okay, and you could also set it up so that if someone cancels after the first appointment, they also won't be charged from the customer end, which is right here. Exclude cancellation after first appointment fee. If you have both of these selected, then if a customer cancels, they'll never be charged these fees. So you could set it up that way as well. And that's when you're making the booking or you come in, you could always add that in later. Okay, so back to the store options. Now to finish this off, you could go ahead and decide what service categories will this pop-up be displayed for. So do you want this managed reasons to show up only for these industries? And the pop-up would be with the comment boxes as well. So if you select all, then the pop-up will show up with all the reasons for all industries, or you could specifically decide which ones it should be displayed for. Okay, and will this pop-up be displayed for customers or admin only? So if you selected for both, customers and you as the admin will be able to see it, or your office employees when they're canceling, or if it's admin staff only, then customers will not be able to see that pop-up on their end. Okay, so if you want to show them the pop-up, you will go ahead and click on both, and when you go to customer section, you can now decide what you would like for them to see and how it should work. So here you could decide, do you want customers to have a postpone option? So if you click no, they will never see a postpone option. Do you want customers to cancel services on their own? So you will still have these options if you put that admin and staff can only see pop-ups, but you could still decide if they could cancel the service or not on their own. So let's say for now we mark that only admin and staff can see the pop-up. You could still come here and say, do you want customers to cancel services on their own? If you put no, then they won't be able to cancel on their own, and they'll get a message, please contact the merchant to cancel out your service. Or you could decide if they could only cancel one-time appointments, or if they can only cancel reoccurring, or they could cancel both or none. Okay, and if the pop-up is activated, well, then all that's going to do is that when they're canceling, they now have reasons to pick from, and I'll show you in a second how that looks. And then here, what service categories can customers cancel for? And then again, if you put yes for both of them, you could decide if they could cancel all types of services or just specific ones. Okay, and then this last one is, does admin staff need to confirm the cancellation request before it leaves the customer dashboard? So if it's yes, then you will have to confirm if it's if they could cancel it, if you're going to cancel and confirm that appointment that they're trying to cancel, or you could deny it and try to save the customer by calling them, or before you deny it, you could call them and try to save that reoccurring service. And we've tested it both, and we found that very effective. That you will be able to save a lot more clients if you put this as yes, and when you get a request to cancel out a reoccurring service, go ahead and call the customer and ask why, and try to see if you could save that appointment. So, but you could go ahead and select both for one time only and reoccurring, or you could just do reoccurring and call those when requests come in, or you could completely disable this, and whenever someone cancels something, it will automatically leave their dashboard and they will be canceled, confirmed. Okay, so that's how this section works. So now, do you want customers to cancel services on their own? So we'll go ahead and put no for now, and we'll go ahead and save it. So you could go ahead and see how that looks like. Okay, so we have it loading here. Give it a moment. Okay, and now we have it set so customers cannot cancel services on their own whatsoever. So we could put a message in here, please contact admin to cancel your booking, and I'll show you how that looks like. So if you're the admin, you could still cancel out the service yourself with reasons, and now when you're the customer, you will not be able to cancel the service whatsoever. So let's log in as a customer real quick, and now if I'm trying to cancel out a service, I still have a postpone option for here, but the cancel out button is gone. And for a one-time service, it'll tell you please contact admin to cancel your booking. And if I switch, and if I get rid of the postpone option, then again we'll just get a message to please contact the admin to go ahead and cancel out the booking. So now let's log in back to as the customer or as the admin. And now again, if you go under the store options, you could go ahead and change it so that customer sees everything. So we'll go ahead and put we'll put no here, or we'll give them every option that the admin has, and then we'll have it all for all services. And then we'll click save. So after we go ahead and click save and we return as the customer, you'll see that they'll go ahead and have the same options as we do. Okay, so now for the admin, nothing has changed. Okay, we have the reasons and everything here. And when you go under the customer now, they will see the same things as well. Okay, so now they have all the reasons in the boxes as well for whichever appointment they're canceling. They have all the same options that we do. Okay, so that is how that works. Now, as you can see, customers can cancel from here, or they could go under the booking itself and cancel there. And they have a section, just like we do, where all the canceled appointments are, and they could resume those appointments if the appointment date has not passed yet. Okay, so now we'll go back as admin, and now I'll show you how to run reports, and also how to make sure you charge cancellation fees, and how to refund them. So now that there was a cancellation, let's say when you're canceling, you'll be notified always when there's a cancellation by it telling you right here. And then we already talked about how you could void those cancellations, make sure that they're not charged. And customer, again, when they're canceled, they'll be notified as well that they're getting charged a cancellation fee, and they won't be able to void those charges unless they pick a reason that you check mark that box in to exclude cancellation fees, or you excluded cancellation fees during booking when you were booking from your end, and then that way they won't be charged. Otherwise, when they are charged, that booking will get canceled and it will go under cancellations. Okay, and right now we don't have any bookings that have cancellations in them. I'll see if I could go ahead and pull one up in just a second. And this is where you would be able to refund those cancellations from. So let's set something up that I possibly would be able to get a cancellation fee. So let's see. So tomorrow is our next booking. So right here it's 2:30. So we'll see if we could set something up so you could see how that looks like. So we'll go here, and if they cancel let's do 1 p.m. the day before, so that date has already passed. Now we should be able to see a cancellation. Okay, so give it a moment. Okay, so now if I go to that one specific booking, I'll be able to see that there's a cancellation fee and the reason why. And so would a customer on their end if they're booking. So I'm not sure if we had any reasons selected. I don't think we have, but I'll show you how that looks like right now as well while we're setting that up. So let's go in there and put in manage reasons. And now if they select it's too expensive, we'll go ahead and waive that cancellation fee for them. So we'll click save, make sure everything is saved. Okay, and now let's go back to the booking and try this again. So we have this, and now when we select this reason, nothing happens, but when this one's selected, the cancellation goes away. And that's how a customer would see it as well. So let's say that we're going to charge the cancellation fee anyways. So now go ahead and cancel the appointment. So as you can see, there's a mandatory reason that we need. So we'll put test 1, 2, 3. And if we don't want a cancellation notification to be sent to the customer, we could go ahead and disable that. And now we've canceled the appointment. Okay, and now if there are cancellation fees, and if you're accepting cash check payments and you don't accept credit cards, then you need to make sure that you collect that fee manually. So I'm not sure, it's up to you how you're going to contact the customer and say, hey, we charge you a cancellation fee. And this is why we recommend charging everything to credit cards and debit cards, because it makes everything much easier. So right now the card would get charged automatically and the customer doesn't need to be contacted to get payment from them. Okay, otherwise once you charge a cancellation fee, you'll get a via cash check and there's no card on file, then you'll be notified through a system alert that you need to basically collect the cash in check. So you'll be notified through a system alert or email notification if you set that up. Or if a customer cancels and they don't have a card on file, you'll be notified to collect the money because they canceled, and it's up to you how you want to collect that cash check payment. So now when we're under cancellations, you'll see that there was a cancellation fee charged and the reason why they canceled. And here you could refund that fee by clicking this and refunding the cancellation fee. And you could also exclude, since they will get a refund email, you could exclude that refund email from here being sent as well. And if you charge again with cash and check, even though this was charged, it will show like it was charged, and it also gets added onto your reports that $50 was charged, no matter if it was through credit card or cash and check. If you never collected that cash and check payment, you don't want to come in here and refund it so your reports are accurate, since you never collected that money. Okay, so you could refund it from here. You could go inside the booking itself and then go ahead and refund it. Okay, so from second step, you could go here and refund that. And if there's multiple, because someone resumed this and canceled it again, there will be 2 of these, and you could cancel and you could refund both of those payments. And that could happen if someone decides to, they were canceled, now they resume that appointment, and then they canceled it again. There may be duplicates of cancellation fees, so you could refund both of them from here. And then once you do refund them, it will go ahead and show you under here, and over here this will switch to 2 lines and it will show you that $50 was refunded. Okay, and here, while we're here, there's a cancellation requests tab that if you have that enabled, where you have to confirm cancellation requests, they'll all show up here and you could approve or deny them from here. Okay, and only then after you approve it, customer will get a cancellation email that they were confirmed as canceled. And you could go ahead and set up your notifications under notifications. And then the last thing to go over is the reports under cancellations. So you can see here's a $50 charge, which was for a cancellation. So it's a one-time appointment, and there was a cancellation charge, so you could see that. If you go under the reports, you could see that there's a cancellation charge here, and the revenue is $50. And you could also see all your reasons under cancellation reports. So here we will find one time that was canceled, and the reason was not happy with the quality of the service, and that way you could keep track of why people are canceling your services. Okay, so this is basically everything that you need to know about cancellations. Hopefully this video helped.